We are Rachel and Joe. We love adventure, exploring, boondocking, wildlife, the outdoors, hiking, birding, traveling, and immersing ourselves in nature. The idea of living in the moment without a care in the world has driven us to make this lifestyle a reality. Our dream is to live without commitments or schedules. We are working hard to be able to live this life full-time in the future, but for now, we are living it every chance we get. Last video, we were in Jewett, Ohio at the Ron Scheim Campground. We visited a haunted cemetery, Jefferson Lake State Park, and introduced our boy Brian. And last week, we headed about 3.5 hours northwest to the Huron-Manistee National Forest to Sulak Campground in Branch Township, Michigan. We will take you on a walkthrough of our entire campground, go on a couple of beautiful hikes, show you how we boost our Wi-Fi, introduce our baby girl Alice, eat some delicious Filipino food, and visit Lake Michigan. This is site number 1. Every site has a picnic table, a fire pit, and a hook area to hang up your garbage. This is site number 2. These first few sites had no Wi-Fi cell service whatsoever. That's why I think they were empty. This is site number 3. Also did not have any cell service. The cell service did get better as you go down the line. And we're coming up to site number 4, but there is somebody camping there, so I want to respect their privacy and not film. This is site number 5, and there's also people camping there, so I will not film that one as well. This is us. We are in site number 6. We are right across from the trail that leads down to the river. There's also a pit toilet there as well. If your rig is small enough, this area is a pull-through. This is an overflow parking lot. This is the bathroom I was telling you about here. Not the best, but it's there if you need it. And you're allowed to stay at this campground for 14 days for free. This is the Fisherman Trail. I also believe it's called the Angler's Trail that leads down to the river. The bugs in this area were only mildly annoying. They would just fly into your face. But we had citronella, we had some off spray, we burned some incense, and that seemed to help. This is such a beautiful view. This area during the day was very busy with fishermen. There was a lot of traffic on the street. We typically like a little more remote and quieter, but this area is so beautiful that it did not affect our stay in any way. And the fishing must be good because the place, like I said, was busy during the day. Boats were coming and going. We did see a guy walking down the street with a fish the size of his leg. It was huge. And this is us coming back from the trail. That right there is us at 6, and this is 7. This is site number 8. This is site number 9. This is also a pull-through site, if you're small enough. And this is the exit or entrance to 9 as well. The distance between site 9 and site 10 is quite large, so it's very private. The cell service works great over here. I also want to mention that we arrived on a Wednesday, and I believe there's only 3 or 4 other sites taken, but by Friday, it was pretty much full. We're coming up here to site number 10, which is a pretty large site. It's also a pull-through site that can fit several vehicles and or trailers. And this here is site 11. I'm not really going to pan over because there's a large group sitting around a fire. And then up here in this 5th wheel, this is site number 12. It doesn't have a site number, but there is a picnic table and a fire pit. A recreation passport is required if you're going to pass this sign. There is river access and a parking lot down here. To the left is a large parking area if you're going to access the river down below. There is a memorial. It's very sad. A young man lost his life when the box of his gravel truck accidentally came in contact with the overhead lines. They have a really nice memorial for him here. There is no parking at the bottom except for 2 handicapped spots. There is a pit toilet to the right next to the 2 handicap spots. I would definitely love to bring some kayaks down here. And right above our heads in the roof was a nuthatch nest. The next time we come here, I would love to spend the afternoon by the water, bring our hammocks, bring a lunch, take a nap. It is so, so peaceful. So at our site number 6, we did not have enough service to stream movies, so we had to hook up our Wi-Fi booster. We did our setup with a heavy umbrella base. We connected 2 pieces of PVC piping, connected it right there. We just stick the antenna in the top, right there. The wire then comes down. Through our screen, we feed it through a little opening. That comes through the opening into the base, which goes up to my side of the bed. In this little carrier is the internal antenna. We plug it in at night into our portable power bank, our Jackery, which we love. We brought Alice along this time because she needs IV fluids once a day. Hopefully this will just be short term. Is it going?
Yep.
All right, can you watch it? It needs to put on 1. You're quite girl, mamas.
Okay.
Okay, you're all done. Good girl. And of course we brought Brian. Brian has the time of his life. This is just a quick glimpse of my morning routine with Brian. We also have to do this at night, but he's on lots of medication, special food, and he's also diabetic, so we have to give him insulin twice a day.
You're a good boy, Bone. Good boy. Hold on.
Another gorgeous morning. We decided to explore behind our campsite. It's amazing what you see if you just open your eyes. We also found some strange things. The ground was so soft with moss and pine needles, it was like walking on pillows. After our walk, we decided to put our hammocks up and take a little nap before dinner. Tinola for dinner. It's a Filipino soup and it's so delicious. At 1 a.m. I got an alert that we may be able to see the northern lights, so we jumped in the truck and headed out. We did not have any luck with the northern lights, but we got these beautiful shots and decided to come visit Lake Michigan again in the morning. Buttersville Park is located right on Lake Michigan. It is free and open 24 hours. It's very quiet. We had the place completely to ourselves. On our way back to camp, we passed this waterfowl observation tower. It was sad to see that most of the water is now overtaken by reeds. There's only a little bit of water you can see in the distance. Someone had left a bunch of yellow roses, and I'm hoping it was a good occasion. We only stayed 3 short days, but we will definitely be back. And I was able to get 1 bird checked off my life list. Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh my god. Let's listen again, shall we? Oh, fuck! Oh! Oh my god.